Let's continue. Just a second. Okay. So yes, quadratic equation we have covered. I was talking about we will be taking word problems. So today we are going to take word problem. Just a second. Let me open the book. Yeah. So there is a question. There is a question which says that a pole. Let me write it properly first. A pole has to be erected. Has to be erected at a point on the boundary of circular path of the diameter of the circular path is already given 13 meters in such a way that the difference of from two diametrically opposite fixed gates A and B on the boundary is 7 meters. Is it possible to do so? If yes, at what distances from the two gates should be the pole erected? Okay, this is what we are having as a question. Whoever have joined just now, we have not started anything. Okay, I was just writing the questions over here and you can see the question on the screen. Quadratic equation, we are done with the topic. Okay, you know how to solve the quadratic equation. Word problem we have not taken. So I was talking about we'll be taking few word problem and then completely we will done with the topic. Okay. However, previous year question we have to take it out. Okay. Once we'll cover the syllabus, then we will go back and we will We will solve the previous year question from real number, a lot of previous year question from the next chapter, polynomial, from the pair of linear equation from this chapter. So previous year questions we will be taking afterwards. Now in the class we are taking, but not that much. So here the question says, let's see what the question is trying to convey. So here the question says, there is a pole. Just a second. There is a pole. Okay, a pole is there, which has to be erected. Erected means it is a standing. A pole is standing. Where? A pole has to be erected. Anyone is trying to join? So there is a pole. Yes, everyone, whoever is joining just now, please. We are just starting. Okay. So focus over here. There is a pole which is going to be standing where at a point on the boundary of a circular path. On the boundary of circular path. A pole is there which is standing on the boundary of circular path. This is how we are going to read the question. What if, like, even if there is a 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph, and what problem looks like huge, but word by word we need to understand, statement by statement we will be reading. Okay, and if any data is there, we will note it down over here. So there is a pole which is erected means standing at a point on the boundary of a circular path. So there is a circular path. We got to know that okay, there is a circular path, and on this circular path's boundary, if you will recall the concept of circle, there are 3 regions. The interior part of the circle, outside the circle, exterior part of the circle, and this is called where I'm just moving the cursor, that's called the boundary of the circle, that's called on the circle. Okay, so if I show you a bangle, on the bangle, the point, like if you will move your finger like that, that will be the boundary or on the circle. Okay, outside region is called exterior part, inside the circle is called interior part. It is clearly mentioned over here. Where is the pole? Inside the circle, outside the circle, boundary of the circle. Boundary of the circle. The pole is sitting on the boundary of the circle. Okay, so anywhere you can take the pole, but that has to be on the boundary. That has to be on the boundary of the pole, boundary of the circle. Let's consider that here is the pole, or you can consider here is the pole, or you can consider here is the pole. Anything you can take. Okay, it has to be bound on the boundary. That's it. Yeah, so let's say this is the pole P. On a circular path's boundary there is a pole P. Okay, now what does the question says? The park is having circular. Okay, the park is having the diameter as a 13 meter. Let me write over here that the, just a second. So here it is clearly written that the park's diameter is 13 meter. We will note it down. As I said to you, whatever information you are getting, please note it down. It is given as 13 meter. Now let's read circular park of diameter 13 meter in such a way that difference from two diametrically opposite fixed gate. Let's read it from the very beginning. A pole has to be erected at a point on a boundary of a circular path of diameter 13 meter. The pole is erected in such a way. In such a way means the pole is standing in such a way that the differences from two diametrically opposite fixed gate. So diametrically opposite fixed gate we have to make A and B. A diameter we have to make and the opposite end will be fixed gate. That's called A and B, which is clearly written over here. Diametrically opposite gate we have to write. We have to make over here. Diametrically opposite gates. Okay, let's make that diametrically opposite gate. This is the center of the circle. If I will draw a straight line, that will be a diameter. If I will draw, let me show you. If I draw a straight line, that will be a diameter. If I will draw a line like this will be a diameter. If I will draw a line like this, passing through the center, obviously this will be a diameter. So any line you are going to draw, okay, which is touching to end point on the circle and passing through the center, that's called diameter. So here one diameter we will be drawing. Let's make a diameter. We can draw a diameter like this. Okay, and two gates are there, A and B. A and B, two gates are there, diametrically opposite fixed gate. Diametrically opposite fixed gate. It is clearly written in the question. That pole is erected in such a way that the wait, let me check the question. Is it says differences from two diametrically opposite fixed gate on the boundary is 7 meter. Wait. Pole is erected in such a way that the difference from two diametrically opposite fixed gate A and B. Okay, the distance, this distance and this distance. That means the difference between PA and PP is given as 7 meter. Check it. Let me check the statement also. Have I written it correctly or not? Yes, differences is there, but let me write one word I have missed over here. This is like this. Let me match the whole sentence. Differences of distances from diametrically opposite fixed gate A and B on the boundary is 7 meter. Yeah. Okay. This is how we are having the question. That there is a pole which is erected at a point on the boundary of a circular park. The park is having diameter 30 meter. Okay. The pole in such a way means the pole. Here the pole word is not mentioned. But we must understand in such a way means the pole is erected. The pole is standing in such a way that difference of distance from two diametrically opposite fixed gate, that this pole's distance, this distance and this distance, these two diametrically opposite fixed gates, these two distances difference means subtraction is 7 meter. Here it's written as 7 meter. That's what we have written over. Now, is it possible to do so and all? We will be talking about that later. But first, let me know this much statement, this much, like whatever is written in the question, whatever the question is saying, is that clear to you? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, which is this? What is this? Quadratic equation we are doing. Quadratic equation is still we have not covered completely. I said that we will be taking few word problem and then we will be done with the topic. So that word problem only today we are taking, and then we can say that we have completely covered quadratic equations. Ryan, can you hear me? Yes, Ryan, you was there in the previous class, right? Yes, rest of the student, please let me know. Are you getting it? Galvin, Aisha, Harshit,
Yes, ma'am.
are you getting it? What exactly the question says? There is a circular park. On the boundary of the park, there is a pole. Pole is standing. Now there is a diametrically opposite fixed gates are there. Now the distance of the pole from the first gate and from the second gate, that difference between the distances is 7 meters. Is that clear so far? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move. Let's make the quadratic equation, as this one is from quadratic equation. In exam you will not, like, you have to understand the statement, and then you will be able to understand it's from quadratic equation. But for now we will be able to understand here that it is quadratic equation. What the question says, that the difference between the distances, there was a theorem in class, in your class 9, that when we will, the angle in a semicircle is of 90 degree. Do you know that theorem? In a semicircle, when we will make an angle that will consist
Yes,
of,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
so can we say this angle will be 90 degree, even if it looks like 90 or not, but it will be 90? Yes or no?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
it's a semicircle and this angle will be 90 degree. Okay, so we understood that according to the figure, we came to the conclusion that this angle will be 90 degree. From where are we saying? The circle chapter theorem. Okay, now PA minus PB, it is written over there 7 meter. Diameter is given as 13 meters. So AB, length of AB, we know that. Length of AB, we already know that it is 13 meter. Okay, PA, PB. Now we are thinking that how to make the equation. Since we came to the conclusion that it's a right angle triangle, can we think about Pythagoras theorem? Yes, we can think about Pythagoras theorem. So what can be written according to Pythagoras theorem in this triangle PAB? Can you tell me? Anyone? In
Ma'am,
triangle,
AB square is equal to AP plus BB square.
can you repeat, Harshit?
Ma'am, saying it will be like AB square is equal to A like AP square plus BP square.
Exactly, AB square plus BP square. We know what is AB. AB is 13. Diameter is 13. Clearly written in the question, right? Yeah. Diameter is 13. Clearly written in the question. Now, what is AP? What is BP? That we have to take in consideration properly. Okay. So, AP or PA, if you are taking one of them, suppose I am saying that the difference between my age and your age is, let's say, 7 years. If I am saying the difference between my age and your age is 7 years, so can you say that, let's suppose your age is X years and my age is X plus 7? Can we assume like that, if the difference between both is 7 years?
Yes, ma'am.
We can assume like that, right? Okay, because here we are not allowed to use two different variable. If we will end up using two different variable, then yeah, maybe somehow we will be able to solve by doing the method of substitution. But at the end, we are going to land at quadratic equation only. So if you want to take P as a X, PB as a Y, this is one of the equation of yours, one equation. Okay, you can do like this also. If you are unable to think about that case, that is one of them is x, then another can be x plus 7. Since the difference between both is 7 years, either think like that and use Pythagoras theorem and directly make the equation, or make the equation like this. Let's say PA is x and PP is y. X minus y is 7, clearly written in the questions statement. Now here again PA we will be taking x and PB we will be taking y. Now can you see two equations? Can you see? We have to apply method of substitution and we will be able to solve it. So either do it like this simply, because you are well aware with the method of substitution, pair of linear equation, you have done a lot of questions from there. So you can make equation like this. This is also completely perfect. Okay. Once you will solve it, you will get to know that this at the end you are getting a quadratic equation and you have to solve quadratic equation. So this method is also correct, or you can do it directly like this. Note it down everyone. Or you can do it directly like this. That 13 square is equals to one of them is x square and another is just x plus 7 square. Either you can do like this, or you can do the way I have done over here, like this. That x minus y is equals to 7, because the difference between the distance is 7. We have written, and we know Pythagoras theorem will be applicable because 90 degrees there, triangle is there, so easily we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Got it? Now how to solve it, I am not showing that. Will you be able to solve it? You can take out either x or y from equation number 1 and you can substitute it. You can substitute it in equation number 2. Will you be able to do that? Maha, Aisha, Harshit, Calvin, Ryan, are you getting it? The moment you joined, we have started. I was writing the question only. Okay. And we started with this word problem, which is from quadratic equation only. Are you getting it, Ryan? Yes, Ryan, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you getting it? Okay, he is not even there. I was okay. So Maya, rest of the student, are you getting it?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, why we have taken like BP x plus 7? It should be like x minus 7 square.
Yeah, we can take x minus 7 also.
Okay,
Okay, one of them is x, another is x minus 7. Just the difference between both is 7. Okay, so you can take one of them as x, another as x plus 7, or you can take one of them as x, another as x minus 7. Gap is 7. Okay, if you let me show you all the cases and you will land at same answer. This one is clear. This one you will be able to proceed if you are finding like this. 13 is square. One of them is x. Okay, and another is x minus 7 square. Just a moment. Just a moment. My laptop is running out of battery. Let me plug it. Yeah, I was telling you anyway you will be solving and you are going to reach at the same result. So this will be x square plus a plus b whole square formula you will apply. X square plus, please solve it and tell me what answer you are getting. 169.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, like why I'm getting it root plus minus 9
Root plus minus sign
means like it is y square, so it will be transported to it become root 9.
Okay, you are talking about the answer, Harshit.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you getting?
Plus minus root 9.
Plus minus
Root 9.
root 9. Root 9 means 3, right?
Yes, ma'am. It will like 3.
Plus minus 3. So the
Yes,
answer is one of the possibility plus 3, another possibility minus 3. Since we are talking about the length, the distance, this minus 3 we cannot take, right?
yes, ma'am.
So we will proceed with plus 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we will be taking this plus 3 and we'll also find the other distance. If this is x, then you also have to find x plus 7 or whatever you have taken x minus 7, that case.
Okay.
Everyone getting the same? You can solve any one, either the previous one method. Just stick to one method, either the previous method or this method. See, Harshit, I was telling you that you can also take x plus 7, you can also take x minus 7. Why I was telling you like that? You can check it here. Substitution method says that take out one of the variable from one of the equation. So can we take it out from here?
Yes.
Can we take it out from here that x equals to 7 plus 5, and that we can substitute it here at the place of x 7 plus y,
Yes.
or we can also take out y. We can also take out y. So y, for taking out y directly, you will try making y positive, and that is simply possible. You can just send y to the other side, just transpose y to the other side. Okay, you will be transposing y to the other side, and from the other side you are pulling that 7, so it will be x minus 7. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Either use this one or use that one. Eventually your both the numbers, like both the distances, will come out same only.
Okay.
Getting it? That's why I
Yes.
was telling you that you can go ahead like this, or you can go ahead like this. Am I making sense to everyone? Please do solve and let me know what are you getting. If factorization is not possible, go and apply the formula, the quadratic formula. Okay, and then check what are you getting as a root. Yes, what are you getting? Are you doing it? Harshit, you have already told your answer. The rest of the students, Maha, Galvin, Aisha, Sumaya, Ryan, are you getting it? Still, we are doing the same question. Have you got it, Ryan? Was you there when I was explaining it?
No, ma'am.
Can you
Actually,
see
ma'am,
the
I am in hospital, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. I will explain it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Just remind me, any other day I will explain it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's solve it. Let's solve it together. Okay, here, whatever we are going to do, let's start with this one. X minus y is equals to 7 and 13 square is equals to x square plus y square. X minus y is equals to 7 and just a second. We are having x minus y is equals to 7 and 13 square is equals to x square plus y square. 13 square is equals to x square plus y square. We are going to apply the method of substitution, which says that take out x or y from the first equation and substitute it in the next equation. So let's take it out. X equals to 7 plus y. Let's substitute it over here. So we will be having here 13 square is equals to x square. That means 7 plus y whole square plus y square. Okay. Now what are we going to do? 13 square will be 169. 7 plus y whole square plus y square we are having. Let's expand it according to the formula. So a square plus 2ab plus b square plus y square. Okay, 169 is equals to 49 plus 14y plus 2y square. Let's check what are we going to have as y. So 49, this 169 we can take to this side, minus 169 will be there, plus 14y will be there, plus 2y square will be there. Other side is completely 0. That's what we try to maintain when we are having a quadratic equation, either the left hand side or the right hand side. One side there has to be 0. Okay, so 49 minus 169 Can you tell me what will be 49 minus 169? Anyone?
120.
1,
120.
130. Okay. 2y
Ma'am, no,
square,
120. I said 120.
120 you said. Okay. Plus 120 or minus 120?
Plus
Minus.
minus 1.
Minus 120. Yeah. Other side 0. So basically what I'm writing, I'm taking everything from the right hand side, just writing it on the left, and taking everything from the left hand side and writing it on the right hand side. Okay. This way we are not changing the equation. We have just changed the side, but that doesn't mean we are transposing anything. Okay. Now we are having 2y square plus 14y minus 122. We can take out common y. Why to take 2 as a common? So that we will be having a smaller number, and that will be easier to like do the calculation. Plus 7y minus 60. Either method of factorization or formula. I will be applying the formula method because factorization, it will take few minutes to figure it out what can be the, and the possibility is whether it may work, it might not work. Like every time
Ma'am.
factorization is not possible. Yeah,
Ma'am, I got minus 5 and 12.
minus 5 and 12, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have noted down your response and Harshit's response. No, rest of the student, you have not done the calculation. Aisha, Galvin, Sumaya, are you doing it with me? Let's do it. So y will be minus b, that is minus 7 plus minus b square minus 4ac. Okay, under root b square minus 4ac, that means 7 square minus 4 into a into c over 2a. It will be minus 7 plus minus under root 49. Minus 4 is there, minus 60 is there. That means 240 by 2. Okay. Minus minus plus. That's why I have written this is minus 4 and this is minus 60. It became positive. Minus 7 plus minus under root 9, 8, 2 by 2. 289. If you have learned the square of the number when you were doing squares and square root chapter, that time only teacher suggests that go and learn square of a number, square of all the number at least till 20. Till 20, you should know squares of all the number. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. Okay. 6 square, 10 square, 11 square, 12 square, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All the square you must memorize. So if you have memorized, you will be able to identify 289 is a square of which number? Anyone? 289 is the square of which number? 7, 7, 10, 49, 9, carry 4. Check it. Check it. Are you getting 289? Are you getting? That means here we are going to get 17 only. Yes. I am asking from you, Calvin, Sumaya, Aisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there? Okay. By 2. That means we will be taking both the possibility, that is minus 7 plus 17 by 2. This is one of the possible value of y, and the other possible value of y is minus 7 minus 17 by 2. Okay, when we will do the calculation, it will be 17 minus 7, that is 10 by 2. Y is 10 by 2, and this will be whatever we are going to get, that will be negative number. So we are not going to take this case because x and y both are distances. So we cannot take the negative distance. So here we will be taking 5. Okay, the other number, other value which we are going to get from here, that will be a negative number. Okay, 5 we will be taking for y. Now this y we have to substitute in any one of the equation to get x. So first equation, x minus y is equals to 7. X minus y is equals to 7. So x minus 5 is equals to 7. X equals to, is it so? 12. Yeah. So Maha has already got this two value. The distances are 12 and 5. 5 meter, 12 meter. Harshit, can you check your calculation? It is not plus minus root 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And whenever we will be having such question, the question which is mentioned over here, that is it possible to do so? Whenever it is asking about the possibility, that means we will be checking the discriminant first. Is it possible to do so? That means go and check the discriminant, whether it is case 1, case 2 or case 3. Because case 3, if it is case 3, that roots will not be real number, then that time only we will say that it is not possible. Okay, so in any of the board problem, in any of the question, if it is clearly written that is it possible to make a quadratic equation, is it possible to do so, you have to say, you have to go and check the discriminant b square minus 4ac. If that is greater than 0, then only we will proceed and we will say that yes, it is possible. The number can be rational number, can be irrational number, can be any real number, that's fine. But it should not be the number like any number which is not real, that means imaginary number. Inside the square root, if you are getting negative number, that is not acceptable. Okay, so for that you don't have to solve it, you have to just check b square minus 4ac discriminant. If that is less than 0, then you will say it is not possible, because recall the rule. The first rule was it is greater than 0, next was is equals to 0, and the third was lesser than 0. Okay, for less than 0 there is no real root. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first we will be checking the discriminant. If discriminant is allowing us that yes, it is possible, then we will go ahead. See here it is written, if yes, then find the distances. If yes, so in our case it will be yes, because after finding the distance by using the quadratic formula, we can see both the numbers we are getting which are real number only. Okay, one of the distances 5 meter, another distance is 12 meter. Got it?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
we can directly do from splitting the middle term, right?
Splitting the middle term also we can do. Yeah, quadratic formula, maybe splitting the middle term, whatever feels comfortable to you, convenient to you at that point of time, you can go ahead and you can use that. Okay, by using any method, our answer has to be same. That's the only case. Yes, everyone got it. Now the next question, let me take it quickly. Just a moment. there is a motorboat, whose speed is given. In still water. Takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream than to return downstream. To the same spot. Find the speed of the stream. Okay, let's see how to do it. Now, to solve this one, we must have the understanding of upstream and downstream. Okay, motorboat is going and coming. Okay, to and fro journey is mentioned over here. There is a relation between speed, distance, and time. Do you know that relation? What
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that relation? Please tell me. What is the formula? Is speed, distance, time formula?
Ma'am, speed is equal to distance upon time.
Yes, speed is equals to distance upon time. Okay, this formula we are going to use over here. What? And one more thing we must understand, that upstream is there and downstream is there. So motorboat whose speed is given. See the speed of the motorboat. The actual speed of the motorboat is given. That is 180 km/h in still water. In still water, the speed of the motorboat is 180 km/h. Now, have you experienced when you are like cycling in a certain direction? Sometime when you are going in the direction of the wind, then you have to apply like less. You have to apply a less effort. Have you experienced that? And when you are going against, suppose in this direction, the wind is just blowing, and you are coming in this direction, then you have to apply more effort. Have you experienced that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here
Yes,
also
ma'am.
upstream and downstream is the same case. Upstream means we are working against the direction of the wave, and upstream means against the wave, against the direction of the wave. And downstream means towards the direction of the wave. So obviously, when we are going towards the direction of the wave, then effort will be less, and whatever is speed, let me towards the wave. When we are talking about the upstream case, then the boat's speed of the boat minus the wave's speed. Okay, wave's speed will be there. And when you are coming in the direction of the wave, then it will just get added. Both the speed will get added, and you will feel that some like it is by itself only your cycle is moving, by itself only your boat is moving. Okay, you have to apply less effort. That means wave is also working in that direction, or maybe wind is also working in the same direction. So speed of boat plus wave's speed. If you understand this scenario, then let's discuss this question. So a motorboat whose speed is given as a 180 km per hour, speed of the motorboat is given as 180 km per hour. So let's say the speed of the wind. Let's assume that speed of the wind, oh, not wind, the wave. Okay, speed of wave is, let's say, x kilometer per hour. Okay, when we are talking about upstream, it will be the given speed 180 kilometer per hour minus x. It will be 180 minus x. This is the total. This will be the speed which is going to work on the boat. And when we are talking about the downstream for our question, it will be 180 plus x. Now we will be talking about two scenarios. We can see two scenarios are there. One is going towards the wave, one is coming against the wave. We will be talking about this two scenario. For both the scenario, we will use the formula. Please don't get confused and try to make the whole equation in one go. Please don't do that. Okay, make the formula. Speed is equals to distance by time. Here also speed is equals to weight. Speed is equals to distance by time. Now for the first case, let's say this is the case of upstream. Here we will use the same formula. There also we will use the same formula downstream. But the speeds are different for both the cases. Okay. So speed is for upstream, the speed is 180 minus x. For downstream, the speed is 180 plus x. Okay. Is equals to distance. What is the distance? The same distance person is covering in both the cases. Can you see a motorboat whose speed is this in still water takes this much, this 1 hour more to go 24 kilometer upstream than to return downstream. So for both the cases, we have to take out time first. For both the cases, we have to take out time first, and distance is same in both the cases. Okay. So distance here, time is different. T1, T2, time is different, but distance is both. In both the cases, it's same. So here I'll be writing by T1, I'll be writing here also. Distance is given over there. Yeah, 24 kilometer. Can you see 24 kilometer is the distance which is given over here? Can you see that? Let's substitute it in both the cases at the place of distance is given clearly in the question as 24 kilometer. Here also 24, here also 24, T2. Now in both the cases T1 and T2 we will find. T1 will be 24 by 180 minus x. And here T2.
Time it's written, right?
No, time is not written. We are coming to that. 180 plus x. In both the cases, we have found the time. Let's see what time is given. 1 hour more to go this stream than to return downstream. So there is a difference of 1 hour in between. Oh, in there, whatever time. Suppose I'm going to school. Okay, I'm taking 5 hours. Then coming from the school, I'm taking 6 hours. So there is a gap. 1 hour difference is there. That is mentioned. Getting it, Harshit?
Yes.
Getting it? Who asked? Are you getting it? Yes, everyone getting it, that there is a gap, there is a difference of 1 hour. It's not the total time. That's why from both the cases we have found T1 and T2. Now we will subtract it and we will write 1 on the other side. Now we will subtract it and we will write 1 on the other side. But you must be having the understanding that when the speed is more, I will start running. Then I will be taking less time to reach to school. Okay. Or to reach anywhere. When the speed will be less, then the time will be more. So T1 is more than T2, and then we are getting 1 hour. Is it clear? When speed is more, time will be less. Speed is less, time will be more. Getting it? Let me inform our team to activate the assessment. Today you are going to give the assessment. Have you noted down everything? Now solve it. Substitute everything over here and try to simplify it. In our next class also, we will be starting with this. We will finish this one